So, I know I'm a bit late to this, but Pokemon Legends Arceus just released, and to be honest, it's the best Pokemon game so far, in my opinion. I think that it's like a huge step up from any other Pokemon game they've released so far, and in this video, I'm just going to be reviewing the game. Before I get into it, I just want to say I don't have a capture card, so I can't show you guys any of my clips of the game. So I'm just gonna have to borrow some other people's clips. I'll credit all of their clips, linked in the description. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into the review of Pokemon Legends Arceus. Okay, so this video will be put into a few different parts, such as gameplay, mechanics, plot, and then my total review of the game. It's if I like something, I will talk about that first, and then the things I don't like, I'll talk about last, and then I'll have my complete review of the game. So yeah, let's just get straight into the first one. Okay, so with the plot, basically you just start off in the void, where Dawn or Lucas, depending on which character you pick, speaks with Arceus, who then tells the player hey, you're going back to Hisui, which is ancient Sinnoh region. Go and catch all the Pokemon there, including all the ones that are extinct, so I can bring them back into the future, all of that. And then you're just transported there through a rift in time and space. Then you're just found by the Pokemon professor called Professor Laventon, who he gets impressed with your ability to catch Pokemon and your affinity with Pokemon. He brings them to the nearby town called Jubilife Village, which, surprise surprise, that's where Jubilife City will be in the original Diamond and Pearl games. And then he basically just gets recruited into the Galaxy Expedition team who made the village, specifically into their survey corps, which is tasked with catching Pokemon, stuff like that, and just study them in the wild. And they receive their starter, which will be either Rowlet, Cyndaquil, or Oshawott. And then they just go travel around the Hisui region to complete the Pokedex. And then across their journey, the player can find noble Pokemon. Some of them can be used for traversing the land quicker, swimming, flying, climbing, looking for treasure. So there's 5 of those, all of them which I just said. And there's another 5, one found in each area, who basically, they get struck by lightning. And they just get mad pissed. So yeah, and then you just have to calm them down by making bombs of their favourite foods. And then you have to battle them as well until they just calm down and learn how to control it. And then once you defeat the noble in each area, you can move on to the next area, catch all the Pokemon there. And then eventually, once you've defeated all 5 of the nobles, the space-time rift was thought to have just gone away, but it gets stronger and everyone blames it on you, so you get kicked out of Jubilife Village, and you just ask to live in the Diamond or Pearl clan. They're no. And then just basically this recurring character in the game called Volo, who's honestly my favourite character. He's just hey, yeah, I know a place where you can live for now. It's you go there, you solve why the space-time rift is there, and then you go to the 3 lakes, which are, in case you haven't played Diamond and Pearl, Lake Verity, Lake Valor, and Lake Acuity, where basically you just find the 3 lake guardians, you answer their questions, they give you some things you need to craft the red chain. So yeah, and you go up to Mount Coronet in the Temple of Sinnoh, then you defeat Commander Kamado, who's the leader of the Galaxy team, and then they get into the Temple of Sinnoh, and depending on which clan you work with to get the red chain, which will be either the Diamond clan, which will summon Dialga, or the Pearl clan, which will summon Palkia, and whichever Pokemon you pick, they will appear, break the red chain, and then you can fight and catch them. So you can just and then you just run away, because for example, if in my case you caught Palkia first, Dialga would appear afterwards and just destroys the temple. So basically you all just agree to just run out of there. And then what happens? You just use the fragments of the red chain, some origin ore, and a Pokeball to make I think it's called, I can't remember what it's called, but like you make a Pokeball which is capable of catching the other one. So then you go back up to Mount Coronet. The other the other legendary you didn't pick transforms into their new origin forms, and it's just like you just have to battle it. Even like it's basically just like another noble Pokemon battle. You just throw bombs at it, then battle it until it's ready to like be caught. So then you just throw the Pokeball at it, catch it. And that's basically the main story done. Now there is a post game as well, which basically just you and Volo, who I mentioned earlier, you just go around looking for Arceus plates, and then just catch Pokemon, and then basically you just catch like Regigigas, Cresselia, Heatran, 3 Late Guardians, and then I'm pretty sure there's one more that I didn't mention. I can't remember what it is. But like yeah, you finish all that, and you go up to Mount Coronet after getting all the plates, and it's just like Volo's just like turns out he's a twist villain. He makes it a bit obvious during the game, but like it's still like really cool. Like then he just like it's basically just the Cynthia battle, but on top of Mount Coronet and like 10 times more difficult. And plus, it like even if you defeat him, he just breaks the rules, brings in an extra 2 Pokemon. Well, technically one, because guess what? He brings in fucking Giratina after you defeat his team. And then, like, even if you defeat it then, this is when it's in its altered form. You defeat it, it acts like it faints, gets back up, and just goes into origin form. You have to defeat it again. Then you've properly defeated Volo. He gives you the final plate, which is the ghost plate. I can't remember what it's actually called. And then, yeah, if you haven't caught all the Pokemon already, you just have to go back and, like, yeah. You just catch all the rest of them, go back to Mount Coronet. By this time, your Celestica Flute's transformed into the Azure Flute, and then you just play it. You can basically take Stairway to Heaven, and then you can just battle and catch Arceus. It's basically like the Origin Form Legendary. It's just like using bombs thrown at them, catching it, and that's it. Yeah. Jesus Christ, you know I'm really late to reviewing a game when there's been a Pokemon Presents which has announced free DLC for the game and the next fucking generation of Pokemon games. So, a total of 28 Pokemon were added into Legends Arceus, which includes like regional forms, origin forms, whatever. So, we have Hisuian Decidueye, Hisuian Typhlosion, Hisuian Samurott, Hisuian Growlithe, Hisuian Arcanine, Hisuian Voltorb, Hisuian Electrode, Cleavor, which is a Scyther evolution, Hisuian Quillfish and its evolution Overquill, um, Hisuian Sneasel and its evolution Sneasler, Ursaluna, which is an Ursaring evolution, Weirdeer, which is obviously the Stantler evolution, Hisuian Lilligant, a new white striped Basculin, Basculegion, which has 2 different forms, Hisuian Zorua, Hisuian Zoroark, Hisuian Braviary, Hisuian Avalugg, Hisuian, what's it called? Uh, Hisuian Sliggoo, Hisuian Goodra, Origin Form Dialga, Origin Form Palkia, and finally Enamorus, which is one of the new genies to go with Tornadus, Thundurus, and Landorus. And it also has a Therian form, which looks really weird, but like, yeah, we'll take it. I've seen a lot of people hating on these Pokemon, but personally, I actually don't mind them. I really like Zorua and Zoroark, just like everyone. Typhlosion with the flames out looks really cool, and Braviary just looks really cool and has a great shiny. Although I have to say, my personal favorites out of this lot is also like my new favorite Pokemon. Like, move out the way, Charizard. I have my new favorite Pokemon is Hisuian Quillfish and Overquill. Hisuian Quillfish just because it looks really like weird and funny. I just never imagined I'd see an emo pufferfish in my life, and Overquill just, I mean, it's got giant spikes. What else can I say? It's just really funny. So there are quite a few new characters in this game. So from the Galaxy Expedition team, there is Commander Kamado, who just leads everything. Captain Silene, who is just the captain of the Survey Corps. Professor Laventon, who is the professor. Um, and Akari and Ray, which are like, so you play as what everyone thinks is Dawn and Lucas, and Akari and Ray are basically just the past version of the character you didn't pick. And then there's the Diamond Clan, whose main characters are the leader Adaman, Isken, who is the warden for Basque Legion, Arazu, who is the warden of Hisuian Lilligant, Mai or May, I don't know how you pronounce it, who is the warden for Weirdear, Melly, the most annoying little fuck ever, who is the warden of Hisuian Electrode, then Sabi, the warden of Hisuian Braviary. In the Pearl Clan, the leader is Irida, and then there's Leon, who is the warden for Cleavor, Calabar, who is the warden for Ursaluna, Palina, who is the warden for Hisuian Arcanine. Also, she dates, what's he called, Isken, but like that doesn't really matter because it's just really unimportant to the plot and everything. Ingo, who you might recognize from Pokemon Black and White, and I think Black and White too. He is Sneasler's warden. And then Garrick, who is the warden to Hisuian Avalog. Then there's the Ginkgo Guild, it's like Ginter, who just sells random things every day. And then Volo. And then there's just like a couple characters, like, so there's this place called the Ancient Retreat. The only person who lives there is Kogita, or I don't know how to pronounce it. And then there is some other like semi-important characters in Jubilife Village. So there's Zissou, who is leader of the security corps, and just like does battles and stuff. Lucille, who I don't know who that is, well, just like doesn't have importance to the plot. Simona also doesn't have importance. Bon doesn't have importance. Anvin doesn't have importance. Benny is quite important. Him and Commander Kamado basically created Jubilife Village, and also he's a ninja. Choi, who isn't that important. Edith, who isn't that important. Anth, who isn't that important. Dugiro, who isn't that important. Kolza, who isn't that important. Marie, who takes care of the like pastures, which are basically the Pokemon boxes. Bellamy, who isn't really important, and also Taggart, who isn't really important. So yeah, that's pretty much every character. Also, a lot of the characters in this game are descendants of people like from the original like Pokemon series, like Black and White, XY, Diamond Pearl, literally all of those. So yeah, try and guess some of them if you want to. Some of them quite easy, like Volo and Kogita, or however you pronounce her name, are obviously like Cynthia ancestors, for example. I just realized I forgot 3 characters, who are kind of important to the plot. You don't see them much, but like they're there. So they're a group of bandits called the Misfortune Sisters, and they are basically a couple ancestors from like different characters and games. You don't have to guess them, I'll just say them for you because they're really obvious. So the oldest one is called Charm, and she is an ancestor of both Bertha and Agatha. And then there is Clover, who is, or I think it's Clover. She is an ancestor of Candace. Candace, dick fit in your mouth. And then there's Coin, who is the ancestor of Saturn from Team Galactic. So the music in the game is actually great. There's like some really calm music. Some like not sure how to describe it other than calm. So yeah, some of it is calm, and some of them are absolute fucking bangers. And I fucking dig it. Okay, so like, I know everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, isn't it point, the graphics are bad, they're like the worst thing ever, look at that 64 game." Shut up. I have never cared about graphics in any game I've ever played. Like, it just doesn't matter to me. I still find it fun even if the graphics do look terrible. And also, I'm not 12. But yeah, there isn't really much that I don't like about the game. So like, only like main things I would say is like for the noble Pokemon boss fights and like Origin Dialga, Origin Palkia, and Arceus. Just like I feel like they need to make a better formula than just throwing bombs at them. Because like, well, the attacks and everything, they're all fine. The arena is fine, but like, as I said, just throwing bombs at them for every single time, I don't like that. But like, I feel like they should keep like like you can battle them with Pokemon because like, what's a Pokemon boss fight without a Pokemon battle, you know? And also my very least favorite part of the game is fucking Melee, worst character in the game. I hate him, and that's really just everything I can say that I would improve with the game. Just like, yeah, I still find it really good. Actually, I forgot to mention something. Another thing I would say is that, like, to be honest, the game feels a bit empty in some places. Like, there's not much to do. There's not much, like, environmental stuff. There's not many Pokemon in that area. Just, yeah, it just feels a bit empty at times. Overall, I think Pokemon Legends Arceus is, like, a huge step in the right direction for Pokemon games. Like, they've been going with that stale formula for so long, and I'm so glad they finally got rid of it. Honestly, it's definitely like one of my favorite games of all time. I honestly, it's up there with the best. Like Doom Eternal, Minecraft, all of those, definitely up with them. Overall, I would probably have to rate it. I would say an 8.5 or 9 out of 10. Probably a 9 out of 10. I just really like the game. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I haven't been able to upload much recently because I've been busy with a lot of stuff, and also, well, I mean, I had to get a new mic, so yeah. Hope you like the sound of the new mic, it's pretty cool. I can reduce my volume and gain and everything, and I've also got this, which is very, very funny. But, yeah, another thing I want to say is, I'm trying to do some different videos other than just Pokemon and like gaming and stuff. So an example of that is like maybe I can do some like I don't know music covers because like I got a guitar recently, so yeah. Maybe you can do like request some songs and I might do some covers on them. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed, please like and maybe subscribe for more. And yeah, I will see you in the next one.